Good morning and welcome to Jeannie's World. I guess I'm a barrier of good news. Hurricane Idalla hit yesterday morning. Seems like forever ago or never. Uh, as my friends know, that tornadoes and hurricanes don't like me, so they always steer around me. I remember, I guess it was back in 2010. Gary England, the weather forecaster for Oklahoma City, says in 1 week, everybody be in your shelter by 3 o'clock because we're going to have the perfect storm. Well, back in that time, I had Barrett's esophagus, and one girlfriend took me and picked me up from the hospital, took me home. Another girlfriend picked me up and took her to her house because she had a shelter. Well, Gary England was wrong. He was 2 hours late because it showed up at 5 o'clock and not 3 o'clock. And it was a total of 48 tornadoes. I mean, the devastation was everywhere. I remember looking in the pasture, and this big farming equipment was pushed down where the tires were halfway into the mud. And this other guy had to shoot his last pig from his pig farm. This other car was flat as a pancake. And houses and nothing of houses were everywhere. And I'm thinking, oh, my poor birds. Oh, will I have a place to live? Well, sure enough, I did. I got home. My birds were just fine because I had the blue and gold macaws. I had cockatiels and finches and parakeet, you name it. I had that bird. Everybody was all right. The only thing that was upset was one piece of paper got moved, and that was it. And my cat got rescued, so I really missed my cat. And there was another time I was taking off for Texas to go see my grandkids, and I'm sitting in Whataburger, and this guy says, "You better leave." I'm like, why? Somebody walk up to me and tell me to leave. Why do I have to leave? He said, the Red River is going to crest. You need to get further on down the road. So I did. And Mineral Wells was where I always stopped and got my gas or take a nap, do whatever I need to do. So I was feeling a little tired. So I stopped to take a nap in the back of the store. And got this cold feeling on me. It just got really chilly. And so I woke up with this eerie feeling that I need to leave. So I went to the bathroom, but I forgot to buy my gas. So I get further down the road. Can't remember the name of the town, but it's right out of Lampasas. It's Elk something. Anyway, I go in to pay for my gas. They had this big TV, and a tornado hit Mineral Wells. And then I go on down. It's a pretty heavy. This is not the same as the 48 tornadoes, so don't think they're all the same time. They're just different times that have run into tornadoes or run behind them or in front of them. So anyway, I get to my son's house, and they give the tornado warning. And I don't remember what year it was, but a house was floating down the river in San Antonio. The only person who had survived from that house was the husband. And I'm just, oh gosh, that's horrible. So anyway, I tell my 2 grandchildren, they're not very old at all. I says, I want you to pack a change of clothes. And when I tell you, I want you to go get in the car. Cause I didn't know where to go because I was in Tyler, Texas. Where do you go if a tornado hits? My thought was, go to Walmart. Go where the people are. Where the people are, that's where the first responders are going to go to first. So we took off and we went to Walmart. Sure enough, the tornado hit. And what do you do with kids? I took them to Subway and I bought them a sandwich. And oh, my grandson was like 4 or 5, I can't remember. But anyway, he had to bless the food. Everybody was quiet while he blessed his food. And then we went walking around the store, and then the sirens went off and they hollered at us to come up to the front of the store. So we got up to the front of the store, and I mean, that tornado was hitting the store. And thankfully it passed as fast as it hit. And then it's time to go, and the rain is just really bad. The streets are flooded. What do you do with the kids? I bought them food. I fed them again. And so we make it home and get all situated and everything. So the next day, I get the kids ready to go to school. And I'm going, where did that tornado exactly hit? So I went outside and I went looking. My apartment building is right here. This is my apartment building. The tornado came like that and destroyed everything on this side. If I would have stayed home with my grandchildren, we would have been safe. But we were safe at Walmart because, like I said, that's where the first responders go. And I went over to the park, and all the birds and things were damaged. It was really, really sad. And that's just one or two of my many stories of tornadoes and hurricanes. I think it was last year or something. There was Ian. The land got flooded and it's got some damage, but nothing happened where I lived. We didn't even have a water puddle. And I think the year before that, there was a hurricane came. I cannot remember its name, but it just skirted Florida. It just passed us by. So I'm lucky in love when it comes to tornadoes and hurricanes. But my other good news is, is that I missed my doctor's appointment the day before. So yesterday, because of the hurricane, they just did a teleconference with me. I don't have cancer. All my biopsies were negative because I had 3 of them. A total of 4. This one was positive, but it's gone, and we're not going to worry about it anymore. It's healing very nicely. In the back of my ear where they did the skin graft, it is back, so I can go back to work at the flea market. I want to, but I don't. I think I got in lazy mode. But anyway, she says, I don't have Barrett's. And when they did the upper GI, they told me I had Barrett's. And, you know, that's very concerning because I know exactly where Barrett's is going. Barrett's is going to cancer. I know that, been there, done that. Back in 2010, I had the Barrett's and then I got the esophagus cancer. So now I'm really thrilled. So I am going to be drinking my aloe vera juice and some other things that take care, and watching my acid indigestion. I didn't even know I had acid indigestion. I have a bad heart, so I think these heart pains or my heart, but actually it's indigestion. So I'm really tickled about that, because whatever I have, I can fix it even without medical care. So I'm just really tickled about that. And I don't know. I just can't really think of anything to say. Is that I survived the hurricane, and I don't have Barrett's esophagus. That's the best news that I've ever had. So I'm going to be moving on to doing blue light again on my arms, which is very miserable. And then when I finish that, I'm going to do the blue light on my face to get rid of these precancerous on my face. And Tommy, I'm glad you made it to the doctor and got your cancer cut off. Us fine and skinned ladies have to be careful of skin cancer. But everybody, I love you. Stay safe. Walk on the sunny side of the street. God bless you. Like, share, and subscribe.